There is something happening to men right now that nobody is talking about. A silent, invisible force is separating men. This force separates men women obsess over from those they forget. It has nothing to do with your face, money, or height. What you are about to discover has been deliberately buried. Once you understand it, you can never unsee it. Most men spend their lives confused why some effortlessly attract women. They buy clothes, hit the gym, study techniques. Yet, the magnetic men they envy do none of that. They do something ancient, primal, which science now confirms. Here is what nobody tells you. Your body is constantly broadcasting a signal, every second of every day. You emit invisible chemical messages women receive without realizing it. These signals bypass her logical brain. They travel straight to the most primitive part of her mind, deciding attraction before a single word is spoken. These invisible messengers are called pheromones. They are not a myth, metaphor, or marketing gimmick. They are real biochemical compounds your skin, breath, and body release. Women have receptors finely tuned to detect them. What those pheromones say about you either makes her subconsciously lean in or quietly pull away. Now, here is where it gets disturbing. Most men are actively destroying their own pheromone signal. Every day, they weaken the biological broadcast women are wired to respond to, without even knowing it. The cause is so normalized that questioning it sounds radical. But stay with this, it will change everything. Your body produces something extraordinary. Ancient warriors, kings, and masters guarded it fiercely. Modern society convinced men to throw it away carelessly, daily, sometimes multiple times a day. Inside you is a concentrated biological resource packed with hormones, minerals, neurotransmitters, and proteins. When that resource is wasted repeatedly, your body enters a state of quiet depletion. Your nervous system weakens, hormones drop, dopamine crashes. You feel brain fog, low motivation, emptiness. What you cannot see is what happens to your pheromone signal. It weakens, becomes thin. Women sense absence. But when that same resource is conserved, when a man makes the deliberate decision to retain his seed, something remarkable unfolds. The body, no longer expending resources on constant recovery, redirects biological power upward. Into the nervous system, hormonal balance, neurotransmitter stabilization, the foundation of masculine presence and strength. Within days, men who begin retention notice something subtle but undeniable. Their focus sharpens, their energy shifts. A quiet confidence rises from deep inside, not performative, but grounded certainty. The certainty of a man who carries abundance within himself. That internal shift radiates outward, and then it begins. The women around them start behaving differently. Not because anything visible changed, not a new haircut or car. Something invisible changed. The pheromone signal upgraded. The biological broadcast grew stronger, richer, more commanding. Women pick it up without thinking. They feel drawn in and cannot explain why, and that inability to explain makes the pull even stronger. This is not speculation. Pheromones are documented in science. Studies show olfactory signals play a massive role. Women rate men as more attractive when their hormonal profile and biological vitality are at their peak. Retention elevates that vitality to levels most men have never sustained in their adult lives. Think about men who command a room without effort. No performance, no desperation, just presence. That magnetic quality is not charisma you can fake. It is biological authority earned through discipline. It is the signature of a man whose body operates from abundance, not chronic depletion and frantic recovery. What makes this secret even more powerful is that women cannot consciously block it. When a man's pheromone signal broadcasts vitality, it bypasses her rational filters entirely. She may think she is attracted to how he speaks or carries himself, but the trigger was invisible. The decision was made before she even noticed him. Her ancient biology responded to his ancient signal. Here is something that will stay with you. A man constantly releasing is essentially waving a biological white flag. His pheromone signal whispers depletion, instability, low vitality. Women feel this as vague disinterest. She does not know why she is not drawn to him. She just is not. His signal is not broadcasting strength. Contrast that with the retained man. His pheromone signal carries something women's biology cannot ignore: abundance, power, fertility, self-mastery. Her subconscious receives that signal and responds automatically. Longer eye contact, leaning closer, initiating conversations, staying near him. She tells herself it is just his energy. She is partially right, but the source is biochemical. The ancient world understood this deeply. It was not mysticism. It was biological intelligence, passed down through millennia. Warriors practiced retention to sharpen bodies and minds. Monks conserved seed for mental clarity. Kings understood their vitality was the energy their entire kingdom felt and responded to. Modern society did the opposite. It turned indulgence into an industry. Instant gratification became default. The systematic weakening of men's biological power was packaged as entertainment, as freedom, as normal. But nature did not change. Women's instincts did not change. The pheromone system did not change. Only the men changed, and most cannot figure out why they feel so hollow inside. When you begin retention, the first transformation happens in your mind. Clarity returns. The dopamine system stabilizes. Decisions become sharper. Goals feel closer. That foggy, half-motivated version of yourself dissolves. In its place rises a present, deliberate, driven you. Women sense this transformation in the way you move, speak, and occupy space. Then your body begins to change. Testosterone balance improves. The nervous system strengthens. Your voice carries more depth. Your posture shifts naturally toward upright and open. Your eyes become clearer and more alive. These physical changes are the external expression of the storm inside. And then your pheromone field intensifies. This is the part men describe as almost supernatural. Women who never noticed them before begin to notice. Women who are politely friendly become warmer. Strangers hold eye contact longer. There is a shift in social gravity. He stops orbiting. Women orbit him. It is not fantasy. Thousands of men have documented this experience. The psychology runs deeper. A man practicing retention no longer needs external validation from women to feel complete. His energy is abundant inside him. That self-sufficiency is a devastating force of attraction. Women are wired to seek men who do not need them because they have options, strength, and value. Pheromones broadcast that reality silently before a single interaction begins. This is why men on retention describe a particular calm that settles over them. Not coldness, not arrogance. It is the deep relaxation of a man no longer running on empty, no longer chasing, no longer performing. He is simply present full. That fullness creates a gravitational pull no rehearsed confidence can replicate. Because it is not performance, it is biology in its highest expression. There is a specific moment. Every man practicing retention encounters between week 2 and 4. He understands what was stolen. He walks differently, processes the world differently. Situations that destabilized him no longer touch his core. He has found something inside himself that cannot be given or taken away. Women feel that discovery in him before he says a word. They feel it in his unhurried pace. The way he does not fill silence with nervous chatter. The way his gaze is steady, his presence solid. They feel it because their ancient biological sensors pick up the pheromone signature of a man full of life force. Every primal circuit in their brain fires in response. This is the secret in plain sight for centuries. The man who controls himself controls his world. The first conquest is of his own impulses. That internal mastery creates a biological alchemy that upgrades every system in his body, including the invisible chemical language. He speaks to women without ever opening his mouth. The complete transformation takes time. Retention is not a 30-day challenge. It is a lifestyle, a philosophy, a commitment to treating your life force as the sacred resource it truly is. Every day you hold it, you grow stronger. Every day you resist depletion, your discipline sharpens. And every day, your pheromone signal grows more consistent, more powerful, and undeniable. Men who discover this practice describe a version of their life they did not believe was available. Not because they became someone different, but because they finally became fully themselves. The version of them that was always waiting beneath the fog of constant depletion. That version is magnetic, not because he performs magnetism, but because his biology radiates it, at a frequency women cannot tune out. You are at the beginning of something right now. Most men who encounter this knowledge do one of two things. They dismiss it because it means changing, or they feel that cold recognition in their gut, a truth they knew, and choose to walk differently. That choice separates two very different futures. The men who dismiss it will continue doing what they have always done, and continue getting what they have always gotten. Confusion about attraction, exhausting chasing validation, the hollow feeling after depletion. They will look for answers everywhere except where it lives, inside the discipline of their own bodies and the power of their own conserved life force. But the man who chooses mastery enters a different world. He becomes the man who no longer chases, the man who is chased, the man whose presence is felt before he speaks, the man whose pheromone signature whispers ancient authority to every woman in the room. That man is not a fantasy. He is you, a version of you waiting quietly and patiently for you to stop wasting his power. Now you know where to find him.